Hi, it's John Kuzma from EndZoneBlog.com, and another huge takeaway from the Oakland Raiders game was Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict has kind of had a bad reputation throughout his career. Some people think he's a dirty player. Other people think he's a loose cannon. But he's kind of reinvigorated in Oakland. Remember, he spent all that time in Cincinnati, and I think that wore on Burfict's psyche a little bit and his mental well-being. And maybe that's why he was such a hothead and getting suspended so much and getting into trouble for those vicious hits and things like that. But remember, Burfict doesn't feel like he's a dirty player. He made some statements this offseason and said that he's not intentionally trying to hurt anybody. But one thing that's huge for him is he goes back to the West Coast. You know, he grew up in Los Angeles. He was born and raised there. And spending all that time in the Midwest in Cincinnati, I just don't feel like he was ever really comfortable there. So he goes back to Oakland. I know he grew up in Southern California, and Oakland, you know, is up by San Francisco and Northern California. But it seems like he's more comfortable being out west. And, you know, he was named a captain of this team, which was a huge first step. And a lot of that had to do with how he tried to reel Antonio Brown in during, his meltdown with the Oakland Raiders. But Vontaze Burfict is now backing it up on the field. He's flowing to the ball and, you know, just showing that he can still play at a high level. And remember, for him, he got a deal with the Oakland Raiders, a 1-year deal for $2 million. And if he can have a big season and avoid any mishaps and, you know, be very productive, he could be looking at a 2 or a 3-year contract and a lot more money. So for him, this is beyond just shedding those poor labels that he's kind of had attached to his name throughout his career. This is about also becoming more valuable in his employer's eyes or any future employer's eyes. So Vontaze Burfict has to make the most of this 1-year deal, and so far up to this point, there's no doubt he has. Everybody has been praising him on the Raiders, and they've been talking about how he looks like an all-pro linebacker. I think Burfict could be on the cusp of a breakthrough, and he could turn it around, and all he has to do is avoid getting into any trouble, and he should be able to have a big year and increase his value and get things back on track, I guess you can say. I'm John Kuzma. Check out EndZoneBlog.com.